with Duane Mann. We've just seen a couple of breathtaking finals here at the National Secondary Schools Tournament, and Duane, we're 0-2 from our predictions.
We can't pick a winner in the grand final, so yeah, 0-2, but congratulations and well deserved to both the developing grade winner, Onehunga, getting up over Taiwananga, and of course in the main premiership final we saw Southern Cross victorious over Kelston Boys High School.
Yeah, that development final looked like it was going to be one-way traffic for a while there when Taiwananga jumped out to a 14-0 lead, but Onehunga was talking to their coach afterwards. He said his boys saw the cameras and lights and they got white line fever, but they certainly found their mojo again at half-time and came storming back with eventually a field goal providing the winning margin. The Warriors could do a field goal kicker, couldn't they?
In those golden point games, but we're not talking about the Warriors. Yeah, it was a real good game. Both grand finals, real quality game. Taiwananga quick out of the blocks. Players we spoke about, Sheldon Rogers, one of those who he crossed in the first half for a try, and they looked like that lead might have been enough, but Onehunga, they just came back and were really quick in the second half. Powerful displays by the lock forward, Michael Lamuffa, supported at the back by fullback Tavita Afu, but the player Trevor Maruwai picked up the drop goal right at the end, so he's the number 6 player. He set himself up excellent for that. They worked the ball back to the middle, with the scores locked up 20-all and slotted over. Took his time with it, didn't sail over the crossbar.
Kind of squeaked over.
But if it's over, it's good enough. And they were just, Chris Offenai, the coach for Onehunga, well, he's a standout player in his own right now, putting back into his local community, coaching. Chris, he's like 7 foot tall, and muscles on top of muscles, but he was emotional at the end of the game. So really good from Onehunga, and that's a kind of story we want for the secondary schools in terms of, they're not an out-and-out rugby league school, but plenty of their students play rugby league and have a rugby league background. They'll be back bigger and better next year.
Yeah, I was talking to the manager afterwards. He's actually a good friend of mine, and he was saying how
you've got a friend?
Well, I have a few, but he was saying that they had they called a rugby league trial at the school. They had to go to a field like 3 miles down the road to have this trial. It was pouring with rain, and 45 kids turned up to a trial for the team, and so that kind of shows how popular rugby league is among the students. It's a matter of getting that acceptance at the school, at the administration level, and it's a battle that a lot of schools, a lot of teams have with these schools. A win like this for Onehunga will hopefully do a world of good gaining acceptance in their school.
Yeah, it is, and they've actually got a good rugby league presence around the primary and intermediate schools around the Royal Oak, Onehunga area, and they quite often you see them in the finals of those intermediate primary school tag and rugby league days. So they're the players that end up going to Onehunga High. They have got a few of the teaching staff there, but they're a well-rounded school. They're very good with their football, soccer program as well. So good luck to Onehunga going forward.
Cool. And then we thought you couldn't get any more dramatic than that, and then the Premier Final came along. I made the comment yesterday about how semis are often the best games in the tournament. Well, certainly not in this tournament. The finals were cracking affairs, and the Premier Final started out. Kelston kicked an early goal to take the lead. Southern Cross scored a couple of tries and seemed to have control of the game. Kelston came storming back with a couple of tries and actually took the lead 12-10, I think, with a couple of minutes to go. And then right on full time again, it was a couple of minutes for full time, our man Kakoi Togiu, who was named MVP last night of the tournament, showed exactly why, scored the winning try and then converted it. It was just a fairy tale finish for him and for his school.
Yeah, absolutely. And the coach Rob Ratu has mentioned, well, it's been a tough time for the school this week with some things outside of the school and nothing to do with the tournament here. So this is a good win for the school. It's a good win for the community. Talking to a few of the parents afterwards, so they'll go and celebrate this and see this as something. Again, we speak about rugby league being a vehicle for positive change. So great for the school and real happy for them. The game itself, setting itself up, I thought was the Southern Cross defence, their defence in containing the big forwards of Utah Ioka and his co-captain, which we haven't talked about much this week, Xavier Tutaki, a real good young man, and displayed none better than his speech, except in their losers medal, their runners-up medal, I shouldn't say losers medal, runners-up medal. He was gracious, he was dignified, he was respectful, and what his dad is the co-coach of the team, but Xavier's a good young man in his own right. I thought he led his players around. They certainly, threw everything at them to get back. Fred Safara, the centre on the right side, he scored a try to give Kelston back the lead in the second half. And as you mentioned, the Southern Cross able to turn it round and get back up and score a try. Good performances across the park from Southern Cross. Sam Lauhingawa out of hooker, I thought probably he was the difference between the two sides and being able to help Southern Cross get forward and get some ball to up the other end to then eventually score points.
Yeah, at Southern Cross, they've been at this tournament so many years. They've come very consistently finishing in the top 10. They've never made the final before, never won a title before, so this is a real first for them. Maybe it's the start of a bit of a dynasty for them. They've laid a very good foundation, as you say, under Rod Ratu. Rod's had a great year, guided Counties Manukau Stingrays to the win in the National Premiership last year, coached the New Zealand secondary schools to a win over New South Wales last year. So this is another feather in his cap. And as you say, a great boost for that Mangere community.
Yeah, it is. And Southern Cross, what's it's not unique, but what really sets them up is that their league and rugby coaches, first 15 and first 13, work together. So while the head coach of the first 13, he becomes a co-coach of the first 15. So and they do that and collaborate. What it does in reality, they keep on top of the players' training load, workload. They make sure that there's no drop off in attendance academically. They relate it back to the sports field as well. So there's a real sharing of talent rather than trying to chase and pull apart time of the same player. It's really good. So I really like it, and I guess for the principal, this is something good that they can go back to the school, say hey it works, and so keep expecting Southern Cross to keep appearing in the finals again. Their road to the final is one that's been great. They were in Pool C, I think it was. First up on day one, they met Wesley College, and that was going to be the one that was really going to test them. Could they get over Wesley? They did so, only just. Then progressed through, and they met Aranui, and can't recall the other school, but
Tokoroa.
Tokoroa.
In fact, Rod was saying afterwards.
Actually, it was too, Tokoroa.
They had to come from behind against Tokoroa, and then again in yesterday's semi.
Yep.
They played
St. Paul's.
That's right.
And it sets them up for that hard game against St. Paul's, where they had to really work hard against Wesley and Tokoroa, Aranui. They get to St. Paul's, and they were fantastic at St. Paul's. So the type of game they played, where they did go to the edge, where their speed, Siabe Togiu, he scored a try 55 metres out just off his sheer pace and what he's been doing the whole tournament. So they didn't change necessarily what they were doing. They were just getting better and better as the days went on.
Duane, it's been a great week. Love tournaments. It's like having a week-long soap opera that you're living in real life.
Yeah, for sure.
Some real reality TV going on here. Hope you've really enjoyed it.
Loved every minute of it.
Love catching up with you at the end of each day, and already looking forward to next year's tournament.
Absolutely. So well done to all the schools. It's been great talking to this bloke, and enjoyed your company too. And I guess out of our two watchers, your mum and my mum. Actually, I don't think mine watched. Hey, but yeah, we're looking forward to next year.
Great. Thanks, Duane, and see you guys too.